Let me ask you something. Have you ever put together an outfit that you were truly proud of? Maybe you slipped into a tailored pair of trousers, a crisp button-down, or even that black dress you reserve for special evenings. And then, once you added your handbag, something felt off? You couldn't quite put your finger on it, but suddenly the whole look lost its edge. It felt less sophisticated, maybe even a little juvenile. That's the silent power of the wrong handbag. See, handbags aren't just accessories. They are outfit-defining pieces. They frame how others perceive the entire look. And sometimes, even if our clothing is flawless, the wrong bag can completely undo the elegance we worked so hard to create. That's why today I want to walk you through 7 handbags that instantly cheapen any outfit. But here's the good news. For each one, I'll also show you what to wear instead. Because when you choose the right bag, it doesn't just complete your outfit, it transforms it. So let's begin with one of the most common mistakes I see women make. 1. Two-tone color block shoulder bags with harsh contrast. Color blocking in handbags might look playful on a store shelf, but in real life, those harshly contrasted combinations, think bright red with black or cobalt blue against beige, rarely look chic. They tend to come across as loud, juvenile, and in many cases budget. And let me tell you why. Luxury is quiet. When you look at the most timeless handbags, the ones carried by women who always exude style, you'll notice the palette is refined. The tones are harmonious, not fighting against one another. A bag that screams in 2 or 3 loud clashing shades will always make your outfit look less expensive than it really is. Let's say you're wearing a cream wool coat over tailored trousers. It's a stunning, polished outfit. But if you throw on a harshly color-blocked bag, suddenly the outfit feels disconnected, almost like the bag belongs to a different wardrobe entirely. It stops the eye rather than flowing with the look. Instead, I want you to think about tonal pairings, bags that use soft complementary shades rather than harsh contrast. A perfect example is the Esther Ekme Sac Mini in almond and soft cream. The beauty of this bag is in its restraint. The almond tone melts into the soft cream. It's subtle, but striking in the most refined way. This is the kind of bag that looks incredible with winter whites, camel coats, or even a simple silk slip dress in the summer. It doesn't overpower your outfit, it complements it, blending seamlessly and enhancing the overall impression. Imagine pairing it with light beige trousers and a fine knit sweater. The tones play together in harmony, making you look effortless. And that's the point. Elegance should look effortless, not forced. So if you have a brightly color-blocked bag sitting in your closet, ask yourself, does this really elevate my look, or is it pulling focus in the wrong way? If the answer is the latter, it might be time to let it go. 2. Bags with decorative stitching, studs, or grommets. The second handbag style that instantly cheapens your outfit is one I see time and time again. Bags overloaded with decorative stitching, heavy studs, or multiple grommets. Now, the intention behind these designs is usually to add edge or interest, but in practice what they actually do is create visual noise. And noise is the opposite of chic. Think about true luxury pieces. The details are refined, intentional, and minimal. A Chanel flat bag, for instance, may have quilting, but it's structured, uniform, and never competing with itself. Compare that with a bag covered in random decorative stitching, multiple seams, and oversized studs. It instantly looks busy, almost like the design couldn't decide what it wanted to be. Here's another problem. When hardware is overdone, it often looks cheap because it's trying too hard. Too many zippers, grommets, or studs are like shouting, "Look at me, I'm edgy." But true style never shouts. It whispers. It suggests. And that's why a cleaner silhouette will always win. Let's picture this. You're wearing a sleek black blazer over tailored pants with pointed toe heels. It's powerful, modern and chic, but if you add a studded bag covered in grommets, the outfit immediately loses polish. The bag drags the look into trying too hard territory. Instead of strength and sophistication, it becomes cluttered. What should you carry instead? a bag with minimal, refined detailing. The Tory Burch Eleanor Slim shoulder bag is a perfect choice. It's structured, elegant, and the hardware is subtle, just enough to add polish, not so much that it competes with your outfit. I especially love this bag with tailored pieces. Think high-waisted trousers, a tucked-in silk blouse, and a blazer draped over your shoulders. But it also works beautifully with a softer look, like a midi dress and ankle boots. The reason it works across different outfits is because it doesn't fight for attention. It allows your clothing to shine while quietly elevating the whole look. This is such an important point, ladies. Your handbag shouldn't be the loudest part of your outfit. It should be the finishing touch that ties everything together. Decorative stitching, studs, and grommets scream for attention, and they usually scream in the wrong way. By simplifying the details, you'll instantly look more polished and refined. 3. Plastic chain strap bags. Now, I have to be honest, this one makes me cringe every time I see it. Plastic chain strap bags. On the rack, they might look trendy, even playful, but the moment you carry one, it immediately downgrades your outfit. And here's why. Those chunky acrylic chains don't read as sophisticated. They read as fast fashion. They chip, they crack, and they usually shine in a way that looks more plastic than polished. And the worst part? They pull the eye right away from your outfit. Even if you're wearing something stunning, people notice the chain first. And trust me, it's not the kind of attention you want. Think about this scenario. You're wearing slim jeans, a white tee, and a perfectly tailored blazer. It's a clean, classic look. But if you add a bag with a giant plastic chain strap, suddenly the outfit looks less chic and more costume-like. The chain feels gimmicky, and instead of looking effortless, the whole outfit reads as trendy in the worst possible way. Instead, what should you reach for? A leather strap or a sleek, fine metal detail that blends into the bag rather than stealing focus. A beautiful option I highly recommend is the ATP Atelier Leather Mini Hobo Bag. This bag has everything you want in a modern essential. It's minimal, sculptural, and timeless. Picture pairing it with a wool coat in winter, ankle boots, and slim trousers. The clean lines of the bag echo the simplicity of the outfit, and suddenly you look like a woman who understands restraint. Or imagine it in the summer with wide-leg linen pants, a silk tank, and strappy sandals. The leather strap looks refined against airy fabrics, creating balance. This is one of those bags you'll find yourself reaching for season after season. It doesn't scream, it whispers. And remember, the most stylish women never need their accessories to shout. They choose pieces that feel quietly confident. And yes, I'll make it easy. I've linked the ATP Atelier bag in the description below, so if you're ready to upgrade, you can find it there. 4. Micro shoulder bags that can't even hold a phone. Now let's talk about micro bags. These little miniatures had a huge moment on Instagram and runways. They look adorable, they photograph well, but in real life, they don't work. At least not if you want to look elegant and practical at the same time. Here's the problem. If a handbag can't even fit your phone, it stops being an accessory and becomes a gimmick. And when something looks gimmicky, it instantly makes your outfit look less serious, less polished. Even if you're in a stunning midi dress with beautiful heels, if your bag looks like a toy, your whole outfit loses credibility. I remember seeing a woman in Paris. She was dressed head to toe in neutrals, very elegant, with a trench coat and leather boots, but she was carrying a micro bag so tiny it could barely hold a lipstick. Instead of admiring her style, I found myself distracted, wondering where she was hiding her actual essentials. And that's the point. When your handbag feels impractical, it makes your entire look feel less considered. So what's the solution? Choose something slim and modern, but still functional. A wonderful option is the ALAIA Small Suede Latecal Shoulder Bag. It's not oversized, but it's long and sleek, with enough space for the items you actually need. It's still contemporary, still fashion-forward, but without being impractical. Imagine this bag with a pencil skirt and silk blouse for work. It gives you a streamlined silhouette without adding bulk. Or carry it on the weekend with denim and a cashmere knit. It adds polish without trying too hard. The suede texture itself also makes it look rich, giving any outfit more depth. And here's something I always say, practicality is elegance. A bag that looks beautiful but actually works in your daily life will always look more stylish than a novelty piece you can barely use. Women who look effortlessly chic never carry bags that look like toys. They carry pieces that blend form and function, and that's exactly why a bag like this works. 5. Obvious it bag dupes, especially in bold colours. Now let's move to one of the biggest pitfalls of all, dupes. I know the temptation. You see a gorgeous designer bag, maybe a Bottega, maybe a Dior, but the price tag feels out of reach, and then you see a dupe. Same silhouette, fraction of the price, and maybe even in a fun, bold colour. It feels like a clever shortcut. But here's the reality. A neon dupe of an iconic designer silhouette doesn't look clever. It looks try hard. It cheapens your outfit because instead of communicating personal style, it signals imitation. And imitation never has the same impact as authenticity. Here's why bold dupes especially fail. Colour draws attention. If you're carrying a neon pink copy of a bag everyone recognises, people notice instantly. Instead of admiring your outfit, they're distracted by the fact that the bag isn't the real thing. It doesn't matter how chic your clothing is, the dupe becomes the focus and it lowers the tone. So what should you do instead? Instead of chasing after it bags in flashy colours, invest in timeless silhouettes from brands known for restraint. A perfect example is the Rose Sophia crossbody bag in sleek calfskin. This is the opposite of loud. It's refined, minimal, and designed to last you years without ever looking dated. Picture this: wide leg trousers, a soft cashmere sweater, and pointed flats. Add the Sophia bag, and suddenly the outfit looks like quiet luxury at its finest. Or with a midi dress and trench coat, the bag melts seamlessly into the look rather than pulling focus. This is the kind of bag that never looks like it's trying too hard, which ironically makes it all the more chic. And here's the mindset shift I encourage. Your handbag doesn't need to scream, "I'm luxury." It just needs to be luxurious in its simplicity. That's what the Row excels at, understated elegance. And when you carry a bag like this, you send a message. You don't need to copy anyone. Your style speaks for itself. 6. Bags with decorative scarves or dangling charms attached. Let's move into another trap that I see so many women fall into, often with the best intentions. And that is the bag decorated with extras, little scarves wrapped around the handles, oversized dangling charms, or even fake logo tags hanging off the side. The idea here is usually to make the bag look more luxurious, more personalized, or more playful. But in reality, these add-ons often do the exact opposite. Here's why. Luxury is about design integrity. The strongest handbags are designed to stand on their own without needing extra decoration. When you wrap a twilly scarf around the handles or clip on a dangling logo charm, it can make the bag look like it's trying to compensate for something. It reads as faux luxury rather than true elegance. Imagine wearing a beautifully cut trench coat with slim trousers and pointed flats. Classic, timeless, chic. But then the bag you're carrying has a cartoonish silk scarf wrapped around the handles and a shiny, oversized charm dangling from the side. Suddenly, the entire outfit looks less refined. It's almost like the bag is playing dress-up rather than being an elegant complement to your style. Now, there are always exceptions. A vintage Hermes bag with a carefully chosen silk scarf can sometimes work, but that's the exception, not the rule. For most bags, adding these extras just creates clutter, and clutter is the enemy of chic. So what should you carry instead? A bag that doesn't need decoration to shine. The Savette Florence shoulder bag is a perfect example. Structured, architectural, and beautifully proportioned, it proves that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. The clean lines mean it works with almost any outfit, from a tailored blazer and trousers to a flowing silk dress. Picture this. You're wearing a simple black slip dress with heeled sandals. Add the civet bag, and suddenly the entire outfit feels intentional, elegant, and modern. Or pair it with a camel coat, slim jeans, and ankle boots. The bag ties the look together without screaming for attention. This is what I mean by timeless elegance. The bag doesn't need to shout because its quiet strength speaks volumes. Ladies, the lesson here is simple. Don't rely on scarves, charms, or trinkets to make your bag look more expensive. Instead, invest in a bag with beautiful structure, refined hardware, and timeless appeal. When your handbag can stand on its own, your entire outfit rises with it. 7. Flat envelope style shoulder bags that flop open. Next, let's talk about a handbag shape that might surprise you, the flat envelope style shoulder bag. Now, on paper, this style seems sleek and modern. It's slim, it's compact, and it feels minimal. But in practice, these bags almost always fall flat. Literally. Here's the problem. Envelope style bags are designed to be slim, but that very slimness means they rarely hold their structure. The flap often doesn't close securely, and within weeks, the bag starts to sag or flop open. Instead of looking sharp and architectural, it begins to resemble a dated tech pouch. And nothing will drag down your outfit faster than a bag that looks flimsy and outdated. Let's say you're wearing a structured blazer, cigarette trousers, and pumps. Everything about the outfit says power and polish, but then you add a floppy envelope bag that won't stay closed, and suddenly the look loses its authority. The bag feels unfinished, almost like an afterthought, when really it should have been the anchor. So what's the alternative? A structured top handle silhouette. The Dolce & Gabbana Dauphine mini top handle bag is a perfect example of how the right shape can elevate your entire look. Unlike a floppy envelope bag, this piece holds its structure beautifully. The flap closes securely, the top handle adds architectural interest, and the proportions are timeless. This is the kind of bag that instantly makes you look more put together. Pair it with a dress for an evening out, and it adds polish without overwhelming. Wear it with tailored pants and a blouse, and it gives you an executive edge. Even with weekend denim and loafers, the structure of the bag makes the outfit feel more refined. And this is a principle I always emphasize. Structure equals sophistication. A handbag that can hold its shape communicates strength and refinement, while one that flops or sags communicates the opposite. If you've been carrying an envelope bag that won't stay closed, it's time to upgrade to a structured top handle. The difference it makes to your overall presence is enormous. So let's take a step back. We've now walked through 7 handbags that instantly cheapen an outfit. Harshly colour-blocked bags, over-embellished designs, plastic chain straps, impractical micro bags, obvious dupes in loud colours, bags with scarves and charms dangling off, and floppy envelope styles. Each of these, in their own way, distracts from the elegance you're trying to create. But here's the most important thing to remember. Style isn't about chasing every trend or trying to keep up with what's flashy this season. It's about curating pieces that work with your wardrobe, pieces that make you look intentional, confident, and timeless. And your handbag is one of the most powerful tools you have in that process. Think about it. A handbag is often the very first thing people notice when you walk into a room. It frames your outfit. It communicates something about you before you even speak. And that's why it's so critical to choose wisely. When you carry a structured, minimal, timeless bag, your entire outfit instantly feels more elevated. Even if you're in the simplest jeans and t-shirt, the right bag can transform the look into something chic and considered. On the other hand, when you carry a bag that looks cheap, gimmicky, or impractical, it drags everything else down with it, no matter how beautiful your clothing is. So my advice is simple. Be intentional. Invest in fewer, better bags. Bags that don't rely on gimmicks or decorations, but instead let quality materials, clean lines, and timeless design do the talking. Pieces like the Esther Ekme Sac Mini, the Tory Birch Eleanor, the ATP Atelier Hobo, or the Savette Florence. These are bags that won't just look good this season, they'll look good 10 years from now. And that's the beauty of true style. It lasts, it doesn't shout, it whispers, and the women who understand that will always look elegant, polished, and timeless. So, the next time you reach for your handbag before heading out the door, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this bag elevating my outfit or is it cheapening it? Because the right choice can make all the difference.